Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post at the Jets training facility here in Florham Park, New Jersey. Just finished up with Rex Ryan and finished up in the locker room. Very, very different vibe I find from this team this week compared to next week. Last week, leading into San Diego, a lot more brash talk from the Jet players. This week, it's more of a quiet confidence.
We have our chance to go back out there and play against their full arsenal, and to get to that ultimate goal that we're talking about, you have to beat the best. We have to beat the best, and the Colts are. So we're going out there, and it's a heck of a challenge for us, but we're going to be up to it.
Well, I just talked to Sanchez as well as a few other of his teammates, and there's an element to Mark that he's so young and he's been kind of on this ride since he got here that maybe he's oblivious to that pressure of this being the end all to get to the Super Bowl.
I mean, nothing's really changed. It's just been important for me to understand that you don't always get to come back here, that it really is a privilege to be here. And once you get by, all the excitement of it, all the distractions, really, you just focus on playing.
An initial key is surviving the early storm. It was a key, I thought, in the Chargers game last week. It's a very loud stadium in San Diego. Lucas Oil Stadium, indoors, another very loud venue. The Colts are a very fast-starting team like San Diego was. If the Jets can start that game the way they started the Chargers game and keep the Colts offense from making big plays, getting into a rhythm, I think weathering that early storm and surviving the first quarter or so is critical. We'll throw the usual Mark Sanchez protecting the ball. You cannot give the Colts a short field. Interceptions, fumbles, any of that kind of thing that gives the Colts a short field, you're basically serving up on a platter for Manning. I think probably the third thing, I'm going to keep it on the offensive side of the ball, is controlling the clock with sustained drives. They did a pretty good job against San Diego with that. They absolutely have to keep Manning off the field as much as possible, and even if it's a drive where they 7 plays and they just get a field goal out of it, or even if they don't get anything out of it, if they take 5-6 minutes off the clock, that's a win for the Jets. This is Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post from the Jets training facility in Florham Park, New Jersey.